CR 007361, 2024 CR 007359, State versus Johnny Abel Munoz. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Daniel S. for the state of Texas.
For the defense?
Adrian Bettis.
And are you Mr. Munoz?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you entered a plea in each of these cause numbers on September 10th. You entered a plea and the cause number ending in 59 to count 1 and count 2. You entered a plea of guilty and you pled true to the repeater allegation. And the cause number ending in 61, you pled guilty to counts 2 and counts 3 and true to the repeater enhancement allegation. In each of the cause numbers, the court found there was sufficient evidence to find you guilty of each counts and found the enhancement true. According to your plea bargain agreement.
From the very beginning, notice how Johnny pleads guilty and accepts the repeater enhancement. In simple terms, that means he's been in legal trouble before, which now makes his sentence even harsher. What do you think? Should prior
punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 40 years in the prison. There's an affirmative finding of a deadly weapon. There are no applications. The cases will run concurrently. The state is taking in consideration 2024 CR 5164 and 2024 CR 007370. In each of the cause numbers, counsel, you waived PSI, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. The court has reviewed the defendant's criminal history without any objection from the defense. And it's the court's understanding. Do you have any witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Then the court will hear argument. Defense, you're asking for, I'm assuming, 40 years. Is that correct?
State judge.
I'm sorry, state?
Yes, Your Honor.
In just one moment. All right. State, I'll hear your argument.
Judge, this case is an incredibly serious one. These were called out for suspicious person at this motel.
All right, just one moment. Excuse me, everyone. You all need to whisper as though you were spies. If you cannot do that, then y'all need to stop talking. All right, you may proceed.
They're investigating a suspicious person at this motel. When they arrived, they attempted to locate the defendant. And one of the officers was looking down a hallway. He was shot at by the defendant. The officers had to take cover. Several people from the motel from inside their rooms came out. The defendant at that point forced them at gunpoint to let him in the room. He then let them go, but continued firing at officers. He then also fired at others through the walls of the motel and could have killed several other people. Several people had to evacuate the room. Several people had to lie down on the ground to avoid any type of gunfire. This is incredibly serious. We think that 40 years is more than appropriate here. He could have killed multiple officers and multiple bystanders.
All right, defense.
Judge, this in fact is a serious case, but Johnny has serious problems. And I'm asking that the court give him mercy today. And I am asking for the minimum 15 years. I'd ask the court to take judicial notice of the court's file. In it, there's a competency report that was completed. And in that competency report, the doctor notes a few things about Mr. Munoz, which I think frankly should be taken into account and decided his sentence. Mr. Munoz appears to have a mental illness of some kind. It's never been diagnosed, but the doctor did review records, medical records, did talk to his family. His father did have a mental illness, and it's been suspected that Johnny has one. Johnny got locked up at 12 years old for the first time. He has had
Listen closely. Johnny wasn't firing blindly. He opened fire on officers through motel walls and even held innocent people at gunpoint. This goes far beyond assault. It was pure chaos.
Trouble with drugs and alcohol. He is an alcoholic, and on this particular occasion, he states that he was on a bender, and it certainly doesn't excuse what he did. He knows he's responsible for what he did. But he did what he did because he was on drugs, and he was on drugs because he has an addiction. So we have a cycle that Mr. Munoz has been having to deal with his entire life. And yes, this could have gotten very, very bad. But thankfully, it didn't get as bad as it could have. I think that Johnny needs to hopefully be put in a therapeutic community at prison. I think that he needs a whole bunch of counseling, a whole bunch of classes that, and I hope that TDCJ is going to offer that and that he takes full advantage of that. But I don't think that he's a monster that needs to forfeit the balance of his adult life. I think that an appropriate sentence would be somewhere in the 15 to 20-year range, and that's what I'm asking that you do. Thank you.
All right, so I have several questions. My first question is, what is his mental illness?
I don't think it's ever been diagnosed, Judge, and I don't want to tell you that for sure he has one. Frankly, given the facts of this case, I thought from the get-go that I should file a competency exam, also based off of the defendant's initial behavior. That very well might have been just because he was on drugs, but there, as far as I know, there's not been an official mental diagnosis.
So he is competent,
Oh, yes, yes,
and he was sane at the time of the offense.
yes.
All right. So then here's my next question. Previously, he went to prison for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Is that correct?
Yes.
So why did he have a gun? Because he's not allowed to have a weapon.
I don't have a good answer for that, Judge. He shouldn't have had a gun. And I know that I'm asking a lot, but that's my job to ask for a lot.
No, I understand.
And I know very well, Judge, he might not be he might not be deserving of mercy, but that's kind of the point of mercy, is to be merciful to the people that don't deserve it. I'm just asking that you show him a little bit of grace today, Judge.
All right. I don't think